Oh, the sick day struggle is real. But with Dimetapp, it doesn't have to be. Children's Dimetapp works quickly to soothe multiple bothersome cough, cold, and allergy symptoms in a single dose. Our fast-acting formulas are designed with kids in mind, so they get everything they need and nothing they don't. Available in liquid and on-the-go chewable tablets. Tap the banner now to shop at Amazon and say goodbye to the sick day struggle with Dimetapp. Use as directed.
This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Healthcare professionals can lead their careers with LinkedIn. Discover jobs by specialty, preferred shifts, and even desired salary. From mental health therapists to radiology technicians, it's now faster and easier for healthcare professionals to find the right fit. Learn more at linkedin.com/healthcare. Side effects may include faster job placement, improved work-life balance, and increased career satisfaction.
Zollman from the AIM Group, and together we are the Inside Job Boards and Recruitment Marketplaces podcast. You can see us, therefore you know there's a bit of a format change. We're going to get into that discussion a little bit later. But Peter, how about if we start off with a discussion about layoffs?
Well, it's nice that we're doing this without recording it a month in advance, because now we can talk about what's happened. And what's happened is Indeed announced a lot of layoffs. Glassdoor announced an equivalent number of layoffs, smaller but equivalent. LinkedIn has laid people off, although they have not been as obvious and transparent about it. And things are slowing down. So the question is going to be, job boards have been doing incredibly well.
Yep.
With hiring just going nuts. Are they going to be squeezed, or there's still low unemployment, certainly in the States, but in most markets worldwide, there's still low unemployment and a lot of demand for talent. So what's that going to mean? Laid off workers seem to be getting rehired quickly, especially the engineers, the project managers, people like that. Although if you've been laid off and you haven't been rehired yet, that doesn't work for you. But the hiring has definitely slowed down in those areas, but it has not fallen apart by any means. And the changes in hiring patterns. I know several people who are fully employed but looking for work, and their circumstances have changed pretty substantially in the last 3 months, 3 to 6 months. I read Chris Himes, he's the CEO of Indeed, his announcement, which was published on their own blog, very transparent. The treatment of the departing employees is about as good as it gets. I mean, if you're one of the departing employees, it sucks. Period. End of story.
Right.
But they're treating them as well as one can ask. And they're being
much better than in most layoffs.
Yes, and
for the international listeners in the US, you're almost always an employee at will, and a company can just let you go at any time for any reason, not because of race or something like that, right? But they could have said to these 2,200 people, "Today's your last day. You're done. You're getting nothing."
Yeah, and they did not.
Instead, they gave them 6 months pay.
They gave them pay commensurate with time on board. They also moved up the vesting of their restricted stock units and things like that. Recruit Holdings is the parent company, as you know, is a Japanese company, and their culture is just much superior to the American culture when it comes to these kinds of things. They treat people honorably. Now,
treat people as people.
Yeah, and it still sucks if you're laid off, but they were very open about it. Whereas LinkedIn, i.e., Microsoft, has not been nearly as open about it. And the cycles have been higher. How fast can you do it? There was an article I saw today about Amazon and their hiring practices, and how they were over hiring like mad and posting 3 jobs for every job they actually wanted to fill.
Wow.
And what a ridiculous mess that is. And now it's coming home to roost, as it were. That said, I expect that we'll see some more. I have not seen any announcements out of ZipRecruiter, which is as close as you come to an Indeed equivalent. But they may have done some layoffs quietly, or they may not be doing layoffs. They did a big round of layoffs 2 years ago, year and a half ago.
I think it was almost exactly 3 years ago, because it was this spring of when COVID hit.
Wow. And
they laid off, it was close to 40%,
yeah.
basically all in one fell swoop.
And mostly in their sales force, if I remember correctly.
There's a guy that I know there that in sales, business development kind of a role, and almost that entire group was cut.
Yeah, but that's a long, long time ago. I mean, that's ancient history.
Yeah.
The boom and bust cycle is kind of not pleasant.
3 years ago was ancient history.
Well, it's funny you say that, because long-term planning in the States is what? The next 3 months, maybe the next 6 months.
Maybe.
And it's changing a bit in Japan. But I remember when I was in Japan and I was told short-term planning in Japan is 5 years.
Yeah.
Long-term planning is 50 years.
Yeah.
And that was said without hype. They really think they're not quarter to quarter focused. Obviously, Recruit has to be, because they're publicly traded and so forth. But at the same time, their culture, and I like it. I like it very much. Is long term is 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, not the next. I mean, short term is 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. Long term is the next 5 to 50. Yeah. And it's just so radically different from what you see in the States, where 3 months is long term, and a year, well, that's forever. We don't care. Whatever. Okay, talk about the format change for a minute. Then we'll talk about seeing each other in Berlin, and then we'll wrap it up, buddy.
Yeah. So the format change. So the first episode of our audio only version of the podcast.
Hey everybody, Tim Sackett, host of HR Famous, a new podcast on the Work Defined Network. Am I famous? No, I'm HR famous. My wife says I'm a micro celebrity, and 13 HR ladies around the world want their picture with me, which I think is funny. So, hey, what do we talk about on the pod? We talk about all the dumb stuff we do in HR in any given day, week, month, and we have fun with it, and we have some great guests. Come check us out. We're not famous. We're HR famous.
Went live about 7 months ago, September of 2022. We've done a few dozen episodes that way. One of the things that I kept seeing was that almost all of our engagement was happening on LinkedIn, where we'd share an episode, and a lot of those you'd get 5, 10, 20 comments, responses, shares, etc. So it was becoming really obvious to me that we needed to have a better presence there. And one of the things that I've been seeing are the live streamed video podcasts, or sometimes it's just video that's recorded and uploaded later. You and I talked, and we decided to move to this format. The first few episodes we probably will record. This one's recorded and we'll upload later, just to make sure that we minimize any technical glitches for the audience. Hopefully, though, we're going to be able to go to live stream. But even if we record one day and upload the next, or if it's live streamed and literally as we're talking, people are listening, that's going to allow us to do a lot more stories, like Indeed's layoffs, and dig into the why is that happening? And so both of us want to discuss issues in real time, and I think that listeners will benefit from that. So,
And we'll have guests in real time too, which is what the main thing.
Scary for them, clearly very scary for them.
Hey, look, seeing you on camera is scary for me too.
Well, right.
Speaking of seeing you,
yes. Speaking of seeing
I'll
you,
see you in a few weeks in Berlin.
you
And
are.
we have RecBuzz, our annual conference about recruitment marketplaces and job boards.
Back to the old
It's coming up
schedule,
in
too.
Berlin, April 20th and 21st. Stephen will send you a secret discount code if you email him at podcasts, plural,
Podcast, singular, at
singular.
collegerecruiter.com.
And
So
that's one of the disadvantages.
Yeah.
It's an international call, but
It's probably somebody looking for a discount code.
Yeah, that's right. So we're going to have speakers like Lee Biggins of CV Library, David Beaurepaire of Hello Work, Rob Brower, Job Rapido, some guy named Steven, I don't know him, but Jennifer Johansson of Placed App, people from Stepstone, Aimwell, Job Cloud, lots of CEOs. It's going to be our biggest ever. We have the always popular expert tables. I'm reluctant generally to use the term better half. I find it kind of offensive, but in the case of Faith Rothberg, you're better half for sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we'll see her.
Yeah.
And recbuzzconference.com or email Stephen, podcast singular at collegerecruiter.com, and he will send you a discount code.
Yeah.
We're going to do this one live. We're going to do this live from RecBuzz.
Yeah.
At least once, maybe twice.
The reason that I have the discount code is not because we do this. It's because I'm going to be on a panel discussion, and we're going to be talking about cost per apply, cost per acquisition, CPA, advertising, and priced. And I'm sure that the migration that Indeed has been pushing from CPC to CPA is going to be a hot topic of conversation.
You think? I'm glad you explained that, by the way, because this time of year when I hear CPA, it's tax time and I think about my accountant. So, Mr. Rothberg, safe travels. I will see you again. We'll do this at least once or twice before we wind up in Berlin, April 2021st in Berlin.
Yeah, and for the listeners / viewers, post some comments. Let us know what you think. Good, bad, ugly. Shoot an email for the discount code, and we will see you in Deutschland.
See ya. Be well. Thanks. Bye.